Until the bank manager opened the vault door revealing a storage room packed with cash and gold bars. The girl finally understood why her mother had remained so calm when her father betrayed her. It turned out that since she could remember, her parents had maintained a strictly balanced lifestyle. From small expenses like groceries and meals to big ones like tuition and hospital bills, every single dollar was accounted for meticulously. The girl had never understood why her mother tolerated such a man, until her father passed away and his will was revealed. She discovered that her father had secretly accumulated 30 properties, and had left them all to his illegitimate son. She and her mother were only given the right to live in this small shabby house. The outcome was completely unacceptable to the girl. Her mother had worked her whole life and received nothing in return. How could a single will give all the wealth to the illegitimate child? Unexpectedly, her mother without complaint decisively signed the property notarization. Despite her daughter's objections and the neighbor's advice, her mother remained expressionless as she signed the property distribution agreement. The girl could not understand why she did not fight or claim what was hers. She was clearly the legitimate wife, yet all she got in return was her mother saying it was meaningless. The girl could no longer bear it and kicked over the chair in front of her. Such a cowardly reason was completely unacceptable to her. After saying this, she stormed out of the house, till one day she received a call from the hospital, learning that her mother had suffered a sudden acute brain hemorrhage and was hospitalized. Her daughter rushed to the hospital and the doctor said her mother had an arterial malformation. The bleeding had temporarily stopped, but surgery was urgently required. Otherwise, another major hemorrhage could occur at any moment. Her mother's surgery was complicated. The total was initially estimated at $500,000. The girl froze upon hearing this. She wandered back to the ward in a daze, seeing her mother for the first time in 3 years. But the first thing her mother said to her was to go to the bank and withdraw her money. The girl opened her bag and took out her bank card and PIN. Unexpectedly, the room door was kicked open. The illegitimate son and his mother brazenly entered the ward, mocking her, saying if she had no money they could sponsor a little. After all, the father's inheritance to them could never be spent. Then they stepped in front of the girl and demanded she apologize. They would provide a few $1,000s for her hospital expenses. The girl immediately slapped him across the face. She could never sell her dignity. At that moment, the illegitimate son noticed the bank card, immediately recognizing it as a card from a top national bank. They were curious to see how much money could be stored in such a bank. Soon they all arrived at the bank. The girl handed the card to the teller immediately, while entering the PIN from the note. She thought to herself there might only be a few tens of thousands. How could she make up the remaining $450,000? At that moment a call came from a friend. The girl did not notice the teller's astonished expression. She was focused entirely on borrowing money desperately from friends. The illegitimate son watched happily from the side, repeatedly asking how much she had gathered. If it was not enough, I could lend you $1 million. As long as you agree to kneel and kowtow, we will help you. Before he finished, the bank manager approached the girl, bowing respectfully and saying the money was ready. Please follow me to the back to receive it. Hearing that it was only a few tens of thousands to count in the back, the mother and son followed out of curiosity. The further they walked, the deeper they went into the high-value client storage area. The illegitimate son felt something was wrong. Then the manager started pulling open a vault weighing dozens of tons. As the door opened, the girl was instantly bathed in golden light. Inside it was packed with cash and gold bars. The manager explained that this was all her mother's savings, plus investment gold bars and priceless antiques totaling $80 million. Seeing all the cash, the illegitimate son froze in shock.